Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Electricians Academy residential course. Now I know you're excited because you've clicked on the link to learn more about our residential program and what it has to offer you. Now I've been teaching electrical codes and electrical for over 30 years. And I wanted to put together a program, and we started about 4 years ago when we created Electrical Code Academy Incorporated. And then we rapidly got very popular in our exam preparation courses, which is called the Fast Tracks course. Again, if you're interested in exam preparation, we'll have links to the Fast Tracks course down in the description. But because you clicked on this link, it tells me a couple things. One is that you want to get to the next level in your career. You're either newly licensed, and you really want to rapidly learn all the nuances that come with residential wiring. So you want to learn it room by room by room. You want to learn all the tips and the tricks. You want to make sure you solidify your knowledge so that you move up quickly, whether you're working in a company for somebody and you want to get to that next level. You don't want to wait for somebody to have to slowly teach you all those little tricks. You want to learn what you need to know quickly. So we came up with this program, and what this program does is it encompasses 33 units. There's lab work, there's simulation, there's graded quizzes, there's exams, reviews, all of these things to help step up your game. So while you're learning the hands-on during the day, in the evening, you attend the academy. And in the academy, we're going to talk about it room by room by room. We're going to discuss the codes that are associated with the wiring in each one of those rooms. But not only that, we're going to talk to you about the practical installation aspects as well along the way, so that when you get back to the job site the next day, you know how to apply what you've learned in the field. We're also going to test your knowledge in circuitry and how to do single pole, switch legs, 3-ways, 4-ways, and we're going to test that knowledge. So again, we're excited about what the residential program has to offer. But rather than see me talk about it, let's dig into it and kind of give you a little bit of an understanding on what the program's all about. So when you join our residential program at the Electricians Academy, you're going to get access to your own console. Once you get your console, there's a lot of things that you'll see over here on the right that will be beneficial to you, like what's called a study hub or a glossary, or even the actual textbook anytime you want it by clicking on that little blue book up there, so that when you're doing the reviews or the exams or some of the quizzes, the course book is always there for you to be able to utilize so that you can get the best score possible. All right, so let me tell you a couple things in this program. There is a lot of chapters, and each chapter systematically breaks down each element of residential wiring. Let me tell you what, we have people with companies that have many electricians, and whether they're seasoned with years of experience or new to the trade, they enroll their electricians in these programs because they want them to all be on the same page. And we have an LMS system, grading system. We grade all the reports. We send them to the administrator for the company. If you're an individual who gets into the program, you will see your grades. We will grade them personally. We will give you feedback on everything. But I wanted to give you a sample of what is actually in this program. Now, this also applies to our commercial, our industrial, our grounding and bonding, and our electricity 101 courses. All of them have this console, and they're extensive when it comes to all the information that it provides. So let me talk to you a little bit about. So one of the things that you get in here, other than all of these chapters, and we'll look at some and see what you get, but let's kind of also look here. You have what's called simulators. These are pretty neat. And you would simply watch the simulations, or you're going to read the guides, and it tells you how to use the simulators because they can be a bit tricky to use, but they're fun, and it's just a bonus that we put into the program. And there's a lot of them in here. But let me give you an example. So if I go down into the electrical wiring and I go to basic navigation, just to kind of give you an idea what the courses, what these are like. And once you learn how to work it, it gets a little tricky at start. But once you get it down, you'll see that basically you can go through every aspect of the dwelling and simulate electrical wiring, simulate testing. All right, for an example here, this is walking me through the basics of how we're going to do this, how we're going to lay this out, and it kind of walks you through it. This is the navigation one. Okay, so I kind of will walk through a little bit. Is you'll see that I can click here. Now I'm going to zoom in using my scroll wheel. So see the green? Right here, I green scroll in, and I can scroll in a little bit if I want, and I might just turn this to the left or to the right. Let's see here. I'm going to navigate here and click on this right here will tell me. So this is information. It's giving me a little tips and tricks. Now I'm going to do a single pole. So I'm going to, there's that. Okay. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this wire. I right click on it and I want a 2-wire. I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to take, and you see your scores, get right here. Now I'm going to take this black wire right here and I want to bring it down there. Okay. And then I'm going to take this white and I'm going to connect it with this white. Splices it together. Okay. Score gets better. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to come over here and see if we can't get working on this one. So again, so we've got our light here. I've got a black one here and a white one here. So I got this one here. So again, you've got information. You can click on the information tab. This allows me to maneuver it around if I need to maneuver it so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, you can always click on that and work it around. But I see what I'm doing. So I take the black, take it to there. Got another star. Take the white, take it to there. All right, diagram complete. Let's see if that light comes on. Look at that. So this is an example of a simulation, and it goes through many of them in the program, okay? If you need any help, it'll help you. Once you learn how to use it, you've got a bunch of things like you can click over here. If you got questions, it gives you symbols. If you click over here, it talks about what you're trying to do in wiring the circuit. All of that information just takes you a little bit of navigating it and allows you to go through it. So you can end the simulation, and it'll grade you when you're done. And you can work through it, okay? So here I only did 100. I did me, and I got 100% score on that first simulation. All right, so again, I can retake the assignment as often as you want to hone those skills. But anyway, you've got tons of them in here that you can work it. And it just takes a little bit of getting used to how to do it. But another neat thing is there is some on construction, simulation, code, testing your knowledge of code. All of that stuff is simulators. Now, they're all benefit, they're all a bonus, but I don't know any other program out there that gives you this, that you can interact with it, okay? Electricity for HVAC applications. All of that's in here. Now, let's get into what's the meat and potatoes of this program. What you'll see is you have all these different chapters, okay? Now, for us, we're just going to click on chapter 10, and we work them from the very first chapter all the way down, but we're going to look at chapter 10. And inside of this chapter, you've got your reading material. That's part of your course curriculum. You've got this study, which is going to be your review after you do the reading material. And of course, you've got quizzes that are going to be here. So let's look at the reading material. Now, in the reading material, you've got it all right here. All these are clickable links, but all you're going to do is just use these arrows and move your way through the program. You've got your objective. Scroll down, follow your objective, read the introduction. And then you're going to see some nice graphics that you're going to learn. You're going to learn about different symbols. You have all kinds of links that you can click on. It's going to talk about branch circuit lighting, A14. Also, I should tell you, we also have blueprints in here that correspond to the lessons of the material that you're reading so that you can actually look at the blueprint and see how this is all laying out. It's an amazing, very extensive program for the price you're paying. It's amazing. It should probably be 4 times this price. But you get it. You can click on any of the figures and jump to them. Layouts of a master bathroom, and it shows you all the components. You've already learned what the different symbols are. It talks about the code references. And here's another tip. If I want to read this out loud, then all I do is highlight it with the left click, and then I can click read the text. And
the electrical plans for this area of the home show that each bathroom has a luminaire above the vanity mirror. Some typical luminaires are.
And so whatever you want it to read to you, you just highlight it. And it helps you retain it. We call that ballistic training, and we use that in our exam prep program. But it's perfect for this application as well. If you want to highlight the whole thing, it'll read it to you. If you don't like the voice that it's reading it in, then you come over here and you click the read speaker, and you can change it to a male or female US, or you can have that Australian accent if you like that as well. You can change the speed, how fast or slow. If it reads it too slow, you can change it. All of it's customizable. What about the text? What if the text is too small? Then you can increase the text, or you can decrease the text if you want it smaller. Why? Because you get to use this product on a mobile device, on a tablet, on a MacBook, or you can use it on a PC. Doesn't matter. You just simply get the app and you can do it on any device that you want to use it on. You can print any of these pages you want with the print feature. You can bookmark anywhere in the program you want and come back later, because let me show you something. What if there's something, you're in our program, what if there's something you don't understand? You read it, you just don't get it. Now it's where you get our professors, where we will help you. So you'll simply say, I don't get this. So I'm going to highlight it. So left click it. Okay, just like this. Say that I don't understand something right here. I'm going to highlight it right here. It turns yellow. Then what it's going to do is it's going to put it over here into your study hub. So if I go under the notes, I click here, and this is exactly right here what we highlighted. So when you're done, you can actually come in here, left click, highlight over it all, then right click and copy it and paste it in an email and send it to us, and we will give you feedback on it and give you a better explanation. That's part of our interaction with you in the program. You're not just reading a book, you're not just reading something and then you get no feedback. You get no interaction in our programs. I am heavily involved with every student in your learning process, okay? So anyway, you go through the program. There's a lot of great graphics. All of these are printable, by the way. You can print them all out. And you see some examples of bathroom receptacle applications here. It talks about them, talks about the code, even gives code references. And again, the code references, I will expect that you open up your code book and look them up so you can get a better understanding of them, even though it's going to be explained in the program. Notice that it also says B21. All of these circuits are referencing blueprints and panel legends that we have in this course, and we'll look at that in a second. Now, in this program, you're going to have, you say, well, how do I know, Paul, that I really am learning this information? Because here's the thing. You want to take all of this that you're learning at night into the field, onto the job. And you want to reduce that learning curve so that when you walk into the job and somebody tells you to do this or do that, or you're maybe the electrician in charge, and you want to get all of your people on the same page, put them in these courses. Because now they all can be on the same page, so that when I expect Jimmy or Johnny to do this or that, we are all on the same page. Now, if you're a company and you have employees and they get in our program, we will grade them. We will keep track of the LMS grading system. That's the learning management system. And we will supply weekly reports to you on how each of the students are doing, because that's important, that you want to gauge their success. And we want them to be successful. So as you go down here, then you get to what's called our reviews. Now, these are interesting because here you don't get any simple A, B, C, D. You have to read the material. You have to fundamentally absorb the material to be able to answer these questions. They are all fill-in-the-blank questions, okay? So list the number and types of switches and receptacles used in circuit A14. Well, that's on the blueprint. So you get to look at it and look at the blueprint and answer the questions. So you're interacting with the blueprints. So I keep talking about the blueprints, and you're going to actually put your answers right here, whatever it might be. And then once you fill in and answer these questions, then you're going to do these drawings. You simply right-click on the drawing, save the image, print it out, do what you need to do, if there's circuit layout, whatever. And then what you do is before you submit it to grading, you simply click here, and it will actually pop up a window, and you go and find wherever that drawing you scanned in and load it in, and it'll actually upload it into our server, and then we can grade it for you. All right. Now, once it's done and you've uploaded your drawings, you've finished the circuit and all that type of stuff, and you've answered all these questions, then you click submit, and that will submit it to us for grading. Okay. So this feature right here will attach any attachment, any of the graphics that you need to work on, any of the things that you printed out and worked on, that will allow you to attach them here. Okay. So just attach them all at one time, and you submit it and we will grade it. And here's the thing. We also give you feedback, because we look at your answers. But if we think that it needs to be more information, we're going to elaborate on it. You really are going to take your game to the next level in our residential program. And it's the same way for our commercial, our industrial, our grounding and bonding, and even the electricity 101. We are interactive with you the whole way. So if you look at a cost of our programs and you're thinking, how in the world can I walk hand in hand with you, invest my time with you over that period of time? How can it be so cheap of a price? Because we're dealing with a lot of students and we get locked into spending that time and helping you get better. And that's what we want to do. So after you go through and answer those reviews, then you'll have another quiz. And I'll just show you what that looks like, because we want to lock in that information before you get back on the job the next day. So here you're working through this module, and you'll notice it'll say, for example, it'll say mirror lighting and or adequate lighting blank and forward of the standing position at a vanity can provide excellent lighting in the bathroom, above, behind, below, or on the side. So mirror lighting, okay, above and forward of the standing position at the vanity can provide excellent lighting. Maybe that way. Obviously behind or below or on the sides. Let's choose above. Let's check my work. Okay, and you see correct. So these are practical things that we covered during the program. And this quiz is just testing you on practical things. So we test you on the real significant stuff. Then we're going to test you on the practical stuff to make sure you understand placements and why it's important, things like that. So that's all in the program. So you're going to go through each one of those. Now, you remember what I was talking about those? And again, we walk through every room in the dwelling, and it corresponds with the blueprint. But here you can see there's the dryer, garages, rec rooms, everything's covered in here. Special purpose stuff, ranges, all of that is covered in here. We even talk about, again, installing the feeders, the service entrance. We talk overcurrent protection, get into the nuances of that. Pools, spas, hot tubs, automation, standby power systems, and utility interactive for PV systems, all covered in here. Now, check out these labs. These labs are really important because let's say your owner or the owner of the company puts you in this course and they want to test your knowledge during the day. So if you do a single pole switch, you can take a picture of it and submit it to us to go in your grading profile. But in these labs, there are tons of lab work that you can actually do on your own to practice those skills. Okay, the lab work is all right here, and it tells you what material you need, and you simply answer the questions and wire up the circuit. Great for in the field training for young apprentices as well. But here's the thing. We also have the blueprints. So remember we were talking about all of those questions that refer to certain things? Here's your blueprints down here. Here's your first floor electrical plan. For example, here you see it. All of them are labeled, everything here. It's kind of a layout, switches, three ways. Everything is laid out in here. And you've got it all at your fingertips to print out anytime you need it. Electrical basements, cross sections, first floor. Right here. Here's a drawing. It's bare. That allows you to actually lay it out and get practice laying out things like that. That's all in the program, and it's print out. You can print them as many times as you want. You can use them to do whatever you want with it. Also, we have a lot of exam practice quizzes as well, both the building contractor and electrical. So you have all of these repository of exam style questions to really test your knowledge. So again, great information in our program designed to take you to the next level. So you're a journeyman or you're a master and you want to get more knowledge of the residential wiring and you want to take it to the next level. You want to stand out among the crowd. You want to reduce that learning curve. That's the key. Reduce that learning curve. This is the program for you. Why? Because it's going to cover everything from A to Z when it comes to residential wiring. And it's going to give you a lot of tips and tricks along the way. And I'm always here to answer questions as you move through the program. So we're excited about our residential program. Hopefully you will be too. So if you need more information on it, check us out at electricalinstructor.com. That's electricalinstructor.com for more information on the Electricians Academy. Till next time, folks, stay safe. God bless.